Guys, welcome. I am driving to the radio station, and in 1 minute, there's supposed to be a SpaceX launch. So I'm going to keep an eye out for the SpaceX launch, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to see because it is pretty cloudy. But if I get a look at the rocket, I'll flip the camera around. This is not the first SpaceX launch I've shown here on YouTube. Now, it is just launched just now. So I am going to start looking up. My house is due south of Cape Kennedy and the launch pads. So when I watch the space launches from home, I just go on the roof of my back porch and look due north. Here, I'm not exactly sure where to look. I got a bit of a reference, which is the Florida Turnpike. And I'm a bit north of where I live, so I'm closer to the launch pad. Now, let's hope I get a better look. But it was cloudy at my house. I'm looking. When you can see it, it's just a little bit of a flame. But this is a bigger rocket because people are on it. And it takes a couple minutes to see it after it leaves the launch pad. Coming up to the turnpike, which is a good landmark as to which direction to look, but I'm not seeing anything yet. We may not see it because, like I say, it was cloudy at my house and the sky's just blank here. If it's cloudy, you can't see it. If it is not as cloudy, you get a great view. Not seeing anything yet. Put my window down. I'm elevated here on a bridge. There's no traffic, so I'm looking. Okay. I can see some stars. There it is. Just went behind a cloud. Hold on. But I'm in the road. Hold on. There's cars coming behind me. Hold on. There it is. I gotta find a place to stop. It is going like a bat out of hell, but it's a rocket. What do you expect? Hold on. Okay. There's cars coming behind me. You can see it right there a little bit. It just went behind a cloud again. Hold on. There's cars coming up behind me, so. I just stopped to put my hazards on. Just went behind a cloud. I just saw it twice. It went behind a cloud. But a lot with the SpaceX, it's in two pieces. So the bottom stage comes down for a landing. It has rockets, which you can see, but now I'm not seeing it. I'm going to pull over on the road here. I got a good look at it, but then it went behind a cloud. Hold on. Yeah, not seeing anything now. Sometimes you can see the return rocket. And a cloudy night. But it just went boom. Oh, wow. I was hoping to get to see the return vehicle, but no visual on that. Really sucks because south there are no clouds and north just tons of clouds. Well, at least I got to look at it. I don't think I got the camera around in time, but I saw it. It's one of the cool things about Florida. I watch launches all the time. If this launch would have been a little earlier, I would have stayed home later and watched it and shown it to you guys. But the return rocket is behind the clouds too. That's too bad. Oh well. I tried, guys. Oh, goodness. I tried. Hold on, let me see if I can. It was going this way, and I mean, it was just for a split second, but it was about, the flame was about this long from where I'm at, which is pretty big. When they have people on them, they're much bigger than with the satellites. But I'm not seeing the return rocket at all. The return rocket has thrusters for a controlled landing, and it's really freaking cool. You can see them in the daytime very well, too, if it's not cloudy. Let me take a look. But nope. And I'm not seeing a trail either. Let's see. Oh, well. Well, I better get to work. I tried, guys. Hold on, let me put my seatbelt on. Next time. Next time I will catch it for you guys. The last time I caught one on the way to work, I was on the turnpike and I got it through my front window. But this one, it took off 8 minutes ago. So that's that. Working early is awesome. I love working early in the mornings. I always have, even before I was on the air. Get done early. Oh, well. I tried, guys. So, of course, it is debate night. And there's no doubt about it. Kamala Harris is terrified. She is terrified. You know, I was talking about this on my podcast last night. If you really pay attention to Kamala lately, and I have because I follow this, she in many ways has pretty much given up. she's not really campaigning that hard. She isn't. She's doing a minimal number of events. She's just milking it. I mean, she's just dragging her feet. She does not have her heart into it. And you got to ask yourself, there's a couple of questions here with this. I mean, I do believe she's just phoning it in. And the way I compared it on the podcast last night was to Mitt Romney when he was running against Barack Obama when Obama was up for re-election. You could tell the last month or so, maybe two, of Mitt Romney's presidential campaign, he was just phoning it in. He wasn't even trying. You could tell. And what had happened is he had gotten the internal polls and knew it was hopeless, and he gave up. That's what's going on with Kamala. Well, there's two possibilities. One, the internal polls have shown her that it's hopeless. And even if you look at the public polls, like from Nate Silver and others, it's hopeless. And that does a number to you. You know, you see the internal polls and you're getting creamed and it's hopeless. It's hard to go out there and fake it for someone like her. The other possibility, but I believe it's the first one mostly, and it could be a mix of both. The other possibility is she doesn't want it. She's scared of it. You know, she's vice president now, so she knows what's going on. And when you're an unqualified bird brain that's gotten to where you are through sugar daddies and things, all of a sudden you see what's involved with the top job, it can be pretty frightening. I think it's a mix of both, but mainly I think it's the internal polls have just discouraged her. She looks beaten already to me. And tonight's going to be a good one. I want to go through the debate rules. We'll talk about the debate when I go on the air in, well, less than 30 minutes now. And of course, taking your calls. If you're new to my channel, my name is Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Subscribe to my channel. You'll love my content, I promise you. I timed that so that I could be in a place that was low light to see the launch, and I got a good look at it. Those were some big flames, man, from that rocket, but it went behind that cloud, and that was it. It was bigger than I was expecting. I guess because I'm a lot closer than when I'm at my house. I love watching the launches. When I first moved to Florida when I was a kid, it was during the shuttle program, right? And when I first moved to Florida, I lived a little north of here. So we're pretty close. And they would take us out of class and take us outside of the school, the whole school. They would take everybody out of school. We would all, you know, with the teachers, of course. And we would all go to this field next to the school and watch the shuttle launches. I love doing that. It's always fun. It never gets old. I've been watching rocket launch. You just be surprised how much they launch satellites. It's a very regular thing. But with people, it's always better because the rockets are bigger. But sometimes when they're launching the Starlink satellites, they launch them in different directions than the manned flights going to the space station. And so I saw one. This was a beautiful one, and I showed this one on YouTube. This was, I don't know, 1 or 2 years ago. I was on the roof of my house. It was during the day, had a great view, no clouds, and SpaceX took off, and then it went due south down the Florida coast, which I had never seen happen before. It was absolutely stunning. But when that booster separates from the other stages and it comes back for a controlled landing to reuse, it's really cool. Well, I'll be able to show you guys next time. But no, I really do think Kamala has given up. You know, we're less than 2 months away. Her and Tim Walz, you'll hardly see them in the news. When they do, it's these tiny little events, nothing major. She's given up, which is good. And Tim Walz, too, to me, looks discouraged as well. Well, he's seen the internal polls, too. And he's got a lot of heat on him. When Kamala and Tim Walz lose, this heat about his stolen valor, that's not going away. You know, stolen valor is one of the scummiest things a politician can get busted doing. And when he goes back to Minnesota, the stolen valor guys are going to follow him there. Well, they're already there. They've been going after him for years, but now they have some momentum. So Tim Walz, he's in a bit of trouble when this is over. No doubt about it. Trump for the win, that's right. Yep. I tell you, people get very antsy in the mornings, honking their horns. I took a little bit different way than normal so I could get a good look at the SpaceX launch. I'm glad I saw it, even though I only caught it for a second. It's just so cool. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I love Elon Musk. Barack Obama shut down the manned space program of the United States. I know they like to say Bush did. No, they retired the shuttle. The shuttle was approved by President Nixon, very old tech. And as much of a scumbucket as George W. Bush is, he didn't just say we're not going to go to space anymore with people. They retired the shuttle because, well, the shuttle's not safe. One blew up on takeoff, another one disintegrated on re-entry. Those are not safe. But he had approved a new NASA manned space vehicle, and Obama shut that program down because Obama hates America, didn't like us sending men into space. But Elon Musk brought the American manned space program back, which is really freaking amazing. If you ever come to Florida, you should really try to spend a day at Kennedy Space Center. Get there when they first open in the morning. It is amazing. It'll blow your freaking mind. They have one of the shuttles on display hanging from the ceiling. You can get pretty darn close to it. And they have two pieces of debris, one from the Columbia, and the other one is the windshield. Which is the windshield? Is the windshield from Columbia? I can't remember. But they have pieces of the two shuttles that didn't make it. And one of them, it's the whole windshield from the cockpit. It's amazing to see. It's really, the hair will stick up on your arms. It's really sad. It's behind this beautiful display case. It's sad. But you get up close to those space capsules that the original astronauts went on from Mercury to Apollo. They are so freaking tiny. They're like the size of cement mixers. Can't believe they went up in those things. Coming up to the radio station now. I don't usually get here quite this early. I'm a few minutes early because I wanted to see that launch. I'll take a look at the chat before I go. What do you guys think, though, about my theory that Kamala has given up? Do you agree with that or not? I think she's given up. I really do. You watch how she's running. This is a very weak candidacy that she's running. Very weak. Yep, 9/11 anniversary, absolutely. Sad, sad, sad. You'd rather have affordable health care than go to space? I mean, if it wasn't for the space program, I wouldn't be able to do this live stream, right? We get a lot from the space program. Elon Musk does rock, absolutely. The richest African American. You know, it's hard to say if they'll go to the 9/11 memorial. Their Muslim constituents certainly don't want them to go. How drunk will she be tonight? I would imagine she's got a lot of anxiety, and when, you know, she takes a drink or whatever else she takes to take that edge off, she'll do it. No matter how much she vows today she won't do it, she will. You know, she's going to have to. She's going to be so nervous. Wouldn't you be nervous to go up against Trump? Especially when you've got this record of crap that she's trying to act like she's not an incumbent. She's an incumbent. I don't think we've seen her sober very many times. English only, please. I mean, I don't know what you're saying. When she did the CNN interview, she was not herself. I think that she was completely sober there. We're not used to seeing her sober. She's always tanked on something. You know, but it's going to be a great debate. It's going to be a great debate. And you think the polls now are in Trump's favor. Wait until things settle after this disaster that is going to be the debate tonight for Kamala. Yeah, fell out of a coconut tree. What a bizarre. I've heard that expression before. Yeah, it's an island expression. No shots for me. I got to be up in the morning so I can talk about it and break it all down and analyze it. Malibu coconut run. It's hard to say what she does. They say she likes wine. You know, so she could take some pills and some wine. Who knows? Who really knows? All right, guys. Well, listen, I got to run. I got to get upstairs and get set up at the radio studio, but I'll see you in a few minutes. Thanks for watching, everyone.